Hey guys, what's going on? We're outside Razor's Barbershop here in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Joey and Anthony Barriolo, the owners. This is the second shop they opened up. They opened it up during COVID, so amazing story. We're gonna go inside today, check the shop out. I'm gonna get lined up, get a fresh cut, and looking forward to talking with them. Oh. Hey, what's going on? What's up? Good to see you, man. What's going on, man? How we doing? How's everything, all right? What's going on? How's everything? Good. Good. With Smitty and Pete the Butcher. And the best part is that's like not even their real names, it's like their nickname.
My dad,
crazy.
that's my grandmother, those are my two aunts, my grandfather.
Let me
That's
talk about it.
me getting a shave in Florence.
Alright, as you know, I got a big inauguration here, man, so I gotta look sharp.
Yeah, you do.
So you guys obviously you got into here, cutting hair, and you've been doing it for a while. I mean, was it right out of high school you got started? I mean, how'd you get into the industry, into the business?
I started sort of in high school. I was kind of stealing my brother's clippers from the house and just giving a handful of friends haircuts, and sometimes they were awful, and sometimes they looked decent. And then after a handful of times of Anthony realizing I was stealing his stuff out of his little bag that he had, came home and he looked at a haircut and was like, "That's pretty good." Like, and started actually teaching me as I went along instead of being a brother and being like, "Give me my stuff back." And
Yeah.
no, so he kept teaching me as I went, and finally ended up giving me his like old set of clippers, and ended up owning his own, and that's where I started. So I started just sort of convincing my friends that I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
Instead of
Look the
actually
part.
knowing what I was doing, and some were good, some were not.
What made you finally say, "Hey, let's open up a shop together"?
When I got to a point where high school graduation was coming around, I just wasn't really sure of like my full direction.
Yeah.
And I got the nudge to go to barber school because Anthony was already in the school and had this kind of direction on the shop in Somerville. He was working there for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I ended up just going ahead with it. I said, let's do this, why not? It'd be a good thing for us.
Yeah.
So I jumped in, and I mean, it was honestly hands down the best decision I ever made. Having Somerville 17 and a half years now, and then being fortunate enough to expand a little. Just never thought this would have ever happened. I thought we were just going to be the shop in Somerville, or just the shop.
Yeah.
That was that.
I mean, you guys expanded during the pandemic. 'Cause most businesses, I mean, let's be honest, were really maybe trying to figure out, especially in your guys' line of work, how to stay open.
We talked about it before a handful of times. We looked at a bunch of locations, and it was always the right place, wrong time, wrong place, right time. It never felt like it never felt right. The pandemic coming around, and the owner of the building is actually one of Anthony's regular customers, and he contacted Anthony I want to say probably the week after we reopened the shop after coming out of lockdown.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Listen, I know this is probably not the best time, but I have a small space in my building that I would love for you guys to just check out." So Anthony contacted me, came by, we had a little family get together, and we sat down and we talked about it, and it was kind of one of those, why not take a look?
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. And the second we walked in, we took a look at the spot. This just felt like the right place. It's an up and coming area. They're doing a lot of development over at that Cambridge Crossing.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like a good spot, so we kind of agreed that like we have to do what we have to do to get this place open. And my wife looked at me and told me that if we didn't do this now, we'd probably hold back and not do it because we'd end up getting kind of stagnant with it. So I give her all the credit for pushing me to push forward to make the move on the shop also. So I give her all pretty much from myself on my end, all the credit.
Yeah.
And she was on board with the fact that we would have to make sacrifices. It was a hard decision, but it got easier with my wife telling me that it's gonna be alright. You know, you have a great following. It's gonna work.
Yeah.
And it was always like positive energy. I'm gonna give my wife all the credit for backing me on this and pushing me more so than anything.
Yeah.
To go ahead, especially when she was pregnant through this. And at times we thought we were crazy, just trying to open a business. But fortunately, watching our customer base stick with us gave us the confidence that we would be okay doing this. You know, our customers stuck through us with the pandemic. It was, I give most of this to be able to open to the customers, to being able to help us out, keep us busy, wanting to come back when we opened. So it felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And being a small spot, it was something that we kind of always talked about, having that kind of like more localized family feel.
Yeah. Yeah. And I noticed, like, coming in here too, you guys have a wall of product. Talk about how you make those determinations, I guess, of like what product line to go with.
My family in Italy, they use that product a lot. It's just kind of like, it's like the standard product out there.
Yeah.
And when we were kids, and you know, Anthony was saying too, like our grandfather used to use it, our uncles used to use it, but it was a product that you remembered. And we went through a bunch of different products on our shelves, and we just couldn't keep a lot of it there. It just wasn't working. And the company Perasso and the guys at CO Bigelow, guys and girls at CO Bigelow, they're phenomenal to us with this product because we love their product. It works. I like to think that we've become a part of their family as much as they've become a part of the Races Barbershop family. They've been, like I said before, they've been great to us.
Who's the funny guy here? Who's the funniest person here? We would say. Who wants to take that title?
We all kind of bust each other's balls.
Well, I feel like you throw out more of the quiet, but then the curveball comes out and you catch people by surprise. So I gotta throw back to Smitty real quick on that one. No offense, Pete.
I'm just gonna take a lot of time.
I was just gonna say, you're the enforcer. If I walk in here and I see Pete the Butcher on the Lyra, I'm not messing with that.
Then once I found out how like awesome it is to be wrapping hot towels,
It's
to
unbelievable.
use beard oil and like it's a game changer.
This is perfect. And you kept the bald spot great.
Here, let me get a little up there.
Cover it up. Perfect.
Awesome.
Well, this is great. I think I'm ready for the inauguration on Sunday, and I think I'm gonna be the most handsome guy there.
I agree.